Alright, we should be live now. I believe. Okay, audio sounds good. Just gonna get this set up in Discord and then we will start. Doing weeks 7 and 8 today. I have a little slider announcement for everybody once we officially get this stuff started. Okay, set up in Discord. Just doing one quick thing before we officially start. I just made a community poll asking who everybody thought was going to win the Super Bowl, so I'm going to do a quick shameless plug down there, and then we will officially start. How do I reply to myself? Hold on, everybody. We're almost ready. We're almost good. In 1 minute, everybody. Okay, I believe we should be set up. I'm going to open up the chat, and then we will get the show on the road. What's good, Jax? What's good, Noob? What's good, Nick? What's good, Pog? Welcome. Why don't you get blown out after making all these additions? That'd be a little bit sad. So, we're watching you guys week 8, aren't we? Cardinals-Niners, I think, is the game that ended up winning the poll. That's a good game. Week 7 game doesn't look as appealing, but, I mean, the Texans are a meme, and I am very curious to watch the Eagles in a watch game. I know they're not any good. But I have made a pretty significant change to the game settings that I think are going to help. So, it's been on All Madden, and I've decided to move it back to All Pro. For OFL 20, I had it on All Pro, and I play on All Pro. So, I want to try it on All Pro. I made a few changes to the sliders on defense, so like pass coverage, tackling, and interceptions aren't as low for both sides, specifically the CPU. I think the user might have I'm actually going to knock the user stuff down real quick, because I would think the user would have an advantage. Yeah. We're going to keep these down around 20 for now. Okay, so Texans and Eagles, let's get ourselves a user and CPU. I don't know who's home, so I guess I'm going to have to check. Eagles and Texans. Okay, so the Eagles are 1 and the Texans are 2. Hey Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2?
The answer is 2.
2, so we're going to user Houston. Texans are 0-2 in watch games. We've seen them lose to the Colts and the Caps. Now, the Colts and the Caps, I believe, are currently the #1 seeds in their respective conferences, whereas the Eagles are the only team without a win. So it's very different competition, and the Texans stayed competitive in both games. I think both games ended up being a sim, but, like, they were both solid. Oh, my, Meals has to cut 2 players. I don't think Meals is here. I don't think he made any cuts, so I guess we'll just have to... Or not Meals. Why did I say this was Meals? Naruto. Oh, of course Naruto didn't make his cuts. Meals is the Eagles. That's why I got confused. But yeah, Naruto made a couple of cuts, but I guess they don't add up to 53. So, I guess Nasir Stewart. Oh, he did say Adrian Claiborne. Okay. Did I do Claiborne? I guess I did. Okay, so one other player. We're gonna cut Nate. Naruto, if you want Nate back, let me know. Really watching this over Lions and Caps? Yeah, I guess. I think the Lions and Caps is certainly a better game, but we have not seen the Eagles yet, so I guess that's fun. They don't have the Oilers throwbacks, do they? No, the Titans do. Okay. Texans don't have anything fun. Superstars and Superstar X Factors, we have DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Kelce, Russell Wilson, Julio Jones, Demario Davis, and then Superstars Rodney Hudson, Brandon Brooks, and Shaq Thompson. And of course, the Texans do have Zach Colbert, who is also an X Factor, but still has not played 500 downs yet, so that's why he doesn't have his abilities yet. So close to making a trade for Scooter. Yeah, Scooter's role has been like so unclear. Because with Isaiah Thomas being like really surprisingly good, that's kind of made Scooter the odd man out, and it's kind of clear he's not a running back. So, I'd like to see someone get him and actually play him at QB. You're missing the Puppy Bowl for this? Well, you better enjoy it. We better enjoy this because we're not getting the Puppy Bowl. Do I even need to have a poll in Week 9? I think we all want to see the Caps and the Thunderbirds. I don't even think I'm going to need to make a poll for that. Because, I mean, those are... I think it's fair to say the Caps and the Thunderbirds have been the two best teams of the league this year. At least I think. So, I don't even think we're going to need a poll for Week 9. Unless there's another game that really catches my eye. I think Scooter deserves a starting spot at quarterback. I mean, there are certainly some quarterbacks worse than him here, so I would definitely agree with that. But I guess Scooter won't get to start at quarterback this year unless Isaiah Thomas gets hurt or starts to play terribly. So I guess we'll have to watch out for that in the offseason. Eagles get to start the ball. Their offense has taken massive improvements this year, although the record certainly does not suggest it. Austin Buckley still is not great, but he's been better. He's showing signs of progress, even if that's not resulting in the win column. The Eagles have scored like at least 20 to 25 points every week for the most part. They've had some games where they've scored over. What's good, Crockett? Welcome. Your team wouldn't use Scoot at all, so yeah, I don't blame you for not trying to get him. Kareem Hunt, I believe, is still hurt. Kareem Hunt has been injured for most of last year, and I think he suffered a separate injury this year. So Nyheim Hines is the Eagles' main running back. 4 years from now, who will be the top 10 quarterback? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably Mahomes. This is in no order, by the way. Mahomes, Burrow. I assume Painter is going to round. I'll put him in the list. Probably Chippendale. Isaiah Thomas will be in the top 10, I think. If he's probably already in the top 10. Maybe Smirnov? I'll put Smirnov in the top 10. So we need 4 more. Who else is really good? Whoever the Titan starter is, because that system is freaking insane. Alright, 3 more. Who else is going to be really good? You traded Scooter? No, you guys didn't trade Scooter. Small? Eddie Small has been inconsistent, but he has been quite good at times. I'd put Small in there. Lamar, I would say Lamar, but he's been terrible for the most part in OFL 21. I don't know why, but the Bengals suck, and he has not been good. So I probably would not put him in there. Eddie, I know who you mean when you say Small. Obviously. I mean, unless we're talking about Kyler here. And I don't think Kyler is sniffing a... Well, maybe Kyler. Kyler's inconsistent, too. But Small's a rookie, so he is an excuse. Wentz is probably a top 10. I don't know if I said Wentz, but he probably is. Based on the way he's played this year with the Caps. Matt Woodard, with his X Factor, is probably going to be in the top 10. I'd probably add him there, too. Maybe Mookie. I mean, Mookie only is normal, but he's been good so far for the Steelers, so maybe Mook. Yeah, you can do your own upgrades, Crockett. And I'm probably going to try to get the upgrades in like Monday or Tuesday. I have off for most of this week. We get more time off for President's Day than we do Thanksgiving. I don't know why. But, yeah, I have, what, 6 days? I mean, we always have Wednesdays off, but Thursday, Friday, Monday, or next Monday at least, I don't have school. So that's like perfect time to like do a bunch of OFL stuff. And plenty of OFL streams, too. I think we're going to get through a nice chunk of the second half of the season within the next week. As the Eagles drive down the field and score first. A good drive from Austin Buckley. I think that's King Horse, former user. I don't think Horse isn't a server anymore, but he was a user. Jordan Love. Yes, Jordan Love is probably top 10. How did I forget him? Jordan Love is probably top 10. We're going to come back to this in, like, Season 4 and 5 and be way off. The hell is President's Day? Yeah, I don't know why we get all those days off next week, but to be honest, I'm not really going to complain about it because we always get 5 days for President's Day. And with always having off on Wednesdays, that gives us 6 days. So I don't get it, but I'm not upset about it. Smirnov needs a dev up. I think Smirnov actually did go up to star. I don't know if I mentioned it to either of you, but I'm 99% sure he actually did go up after last year's star. So, for what it's worth, I'm pretty sure he's at star. You're Canadian, you have no idea what that is? I wonder if Boomy knows what President's Day is. Who knows, maybe they have something for that, like, up in Canada. Here's a nice run for Aaron Jones. Hopefully for the Texans' sake, he actually gets the ball today. Wait, Wilson is playing. Wait, what? Why is Wilson playing? We're using the Texans, so this is an easy fix. Okay, thank you for noticing. I don't know how I didn't notice that. Hold on. I know Naruto didn't change his depth chart, obviously. How did that happen? Thank you guys for... I'm sure I would have noticed in a second, but... Okay, there we go. I think it's because they made like a change at quarterback, trading for Jalen Hurts and cutting Tom Brady, so I think the depth chart automated for quarterback. I think that's why that happened. And now the Cobear's in, he nearly threw an interception. You have the 15th off for President's Day, kind of a big deal. I would imagine everybody gets the actual President's Day off, so that's a good day to stream OFL. Along with probably next weekend, too. But I don't know why we get the addition of... Holy cow, what a catch. Is that DK? That was not DK. That is Devontae Parker. But I don't know why we get such a long President's Day break. It makes no sense. You're here? Well, you came at a good time, Lucario, because Cobear just absolutely yeeted a bomb, and it was caught by Mr. Parker. We might have a game with offense today, now that I switched it to All-Pro. That was actually a really good idea. And I fought to change it to All-Pro like 5 minutes before we started today, too. Every throw Cobear makes needs to be downfield. Exactly. He just needs to yeet it. He is not good in the red zone. For obvious reasons. Texans could go for it. They're not. They are on 4th and 2 at the 8. I didn't see this coming. But okay. Handoff for Jumpman bought and he gets the first. What a guy. Mackenzie King was your favorite. Is that some Canadian dude? I would guess. Just going to assume here. How does Canada even do their, like, president thing anyway? Is it like us? I have no clue. Aaron Jones runs into the end zone. Good start for both offenses. I don't get to normally say that. Was that Aaron Jones's face cam? I thought Aaron Jones only got like a likeness update for the next gen. Oh well, because this is on current gen. Former Canadian Prime Minister. Okay. They should only run into red zone. Yeah, especially considering they had a big, powerful back in Aaron Jones, whereas Colbert can't throw anywhere from 0 to 20 yards downfield. That's good offensive game with Chiefs. The offense has been better this year, I will say, in Season 2 with switching to arcade. But maybe switching into All-Pro is a bigger deal than switching the game type. What's good, Apple? Welcome. Both offenses are doing good so far, believe it or not. Former Eagles coach says, "Go Eagles." Yeah, the Eagles winning would be pretty big for the Colts. Although Indy is what, 2 games ahead of the Texans right now, I think. Is Houston 2-2 or 2-3 or 3-3? I don't know if they've had a bye week or not. I know they have 3 losses.
With the score tied 7-7.
First quarter in the books. Not a lot of defense so far. I guess that's typical to every Eagle game this year. I don't know how the Eagles went from the worst offense in the league and an average defense to an average offense and the worst defense. It's like such a weird transition without a bunch of huge offseason moves. This coach says go Eagles so they can ruin their tank. What did Bills ever do to you? This game is, yeah, it's not very important for you guys because the Eagles are probably not going to win too many games this year. And the Texans are in the AFC, so... Nice run by Buckley. He has some wheels. Why do we watch the Texans? I don't know why the Texans get so many votes. I really should not have put this game on the poll, but it's already kind of too late. But yeah, we're probably not going to watch a ton more Texans. Maybe if they get good, we'll watch them more. But if they kind of start to struggle, then we might not focus on them. But I don't know how the Texans, whenever they're on the poll, they always win. I mean, I know there's 2 guaranteed votes from Naruto and Lucario, obviously, for the most part. But I think this game had 9 votes. Obviously, I'm one of the votes because I vote for every game. So 6 other people wanted this. So for the other 6, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Not that this is a bad game so far. I mean, it's been interesting. Are we gonna have our first punt? Yeah, well, they're not in punting range. They're in 4-down territory. Would not have traded for Von Miller if you're in the AFC, but in the NFC, it's a bloodbath. Particularly the NFC West. Yes, you guys kind of needed a big addition because, I mean, the Cardinals are... Why are they kicking the field goal? This is like prime field goal miss range. I'll get back to what I was saying in a second. But what are the Eagles doing? Okay, he actually might have made that. Okay, never mind. What do I know? But, I don't think the Cardinals are an elite contender right now before the Von Miller trade. I think the Von Miller trade makes the Cardinals a legit contender right up there with the Caps and the Thunderbirds at the moment. Portland's probably in that discussion too. The Snowhawks have been really good. I don't think I trust anybody in the South. I mean, Carolina won it last year, and the Panthers are starting to play a lot better. It's a 52-yard field. I know 52 yards is doable, but in this game, usually those don't go in. So I'm a little bit surprised today.
Number 33, Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6.
The NFC is stacked. We're going to have some really good teams miss out on the playoffs like last year. And then in the AFC, we're going to have scrubs like the Raiders pop in again. I mean, Eddie Small's fun, but the Raiders don't have that good of a roster. So they should never have made it last year with Cole McDonald. Or the year before in the sim year. Remember in the sim year when the Raiders made the AFC Championship? Last year they won a playoff game. They beat the Dolphins. I don't know why this game likes the Raiders so much. Only losses to the Snowhawks by 7, and the Snowhawks are a good team, so that's not a bad loss to have, although for tiebreaker purposes, I guess it is. Eagles appear to be in the driver's seat right now. They're up 10-7. They have the ball as they try to get their first win of the year. Need the league to balance out. I mean, there aren't a whole lot of like top dogs, and oh no, horse is hurt. Not having top dogs, I think, makes the top balanced, but conference-wise, yeah, the NFC is like way better. This year in the OFL is like the AFC and the NFC and the NFL, but the roles were exactly, yes. That's a good comparison. AFC stands for a fairly terrible conference. So close to getting Minka from the that would have been a very big deal. I'm surprised Noob would have considered trading Minka though. Was there a fumble? I was looking at the chat. I wasn't looking at the screen. Hold on. Okay, there's not a fumble because he's down. If you were coaching the AFC, Raiders would be top dogs. I mean, maybe. The Raiders have had back-to-back good years, and this year they don't look too bad. They have a better quarterback. Although Cole McDonald is kind of not too bad in this game. Imagine D-line of Kenny Clark, Fletcher Cox, Reggie Peters, and Dexter Lawrence. That's 2 X factors. A player who's like at least a 93. And Dexter Lawrence, who's good too. Eagles incomplete, so they'll have to punt it. Cole McDonald was a beast. He really was. I mean, if Lucario was still the Raiders coach, Eddie Small would probably not be on the Raiders. Who knows where he would be then? Oh, what a punt! Down up at 9. I don't know who the Eagles punter is, but that was a nice kick. DeMarcus Lawrence and Von Miller, that's pretty frightening. I don't know how good DeMarcus Lawrence is in this game. I know he was ridiculous last year. And obviously Von Miller is insane. Most pass rushers were better last year than this year, but Von Miller is ridiculous. Not only in watch, but in sim too. Von Miller is like, he always gets at least 15 sacks a year. Unless he's like an outside linebacker in a 4-3 scheme where he doesn't rush a passer a whole lot. Which would be a little bit strange. Look at Aaron Jones! Down the field to the 44. What a play. 80 yards already in the first half for Aaron Jones. We do not normally see rushing performances like this in this league. Pass rush got better with Teray, and the secondary with May. I mean, neither of those are super big pickups, but I mean, you're filling some holes in the defense. You really did not have to give up a whole lot for Teray. Not that it's like a bad trade for Baltimore. Get them some more late-round picks, but what was the best thing you traded there, like a 5? For May, I think it was a little bit of an overpay, but hey, that rhymed. But your safety situation wasn't great, and you're obviously going all in, so I don't think it's a bad trade either. Von Miller is a 4-3 linebacker, but he's your rushing left end. Okay, so he'll certainly get plenty of pass rushing snaps. Texans now have a 20. It seems like they're running the ball well, but not really throwing it.
The pass intended for Devontae Parker, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Texans now have a 1. They're getting very close.
That's another Houston Texans.
Can they take the lead before halftime? I mean, there's still a minute and a half to go, but... And they do get in. Aaron Jones with the score. I didn't mean to press circle. What a first half for Aaron Jones. He's putting the team on his back right now.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
Desperate for a safety. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a late second, to be fair. Probably in the 50s or 60s. Play Madden 20, Shaq Barrett got 10 sacks in the game. I don't blame you for breaking your computer at all. That's a little bit ridiculous. A few years ago, I was playing in an online league, and I got like 10 sacks, I think, with Everson Griffin, and still lost the game. It was absurd.
The Eagles take over first and
The
10.
Eagles' defense is horrific. You know you're not wrong. Good short throw. The Eagles could take the lead before halftime. Who started the ball? I totally forget. I think the Eagles started on offense, so the Texans will open up with the possession. Wearing your Bears Brandon Marshall jersey. Cool.
Complete to Brian Switzer.
Prime Brandon Marshall is really underrated. Nobody talks about him, but he was really good.
Philadelphia.
Had 3 X factors on the defense. Yeah, Minka, Vaughn, and Lawrence. That's a pretty good trio. Now down to about a minute. Eagles are in field goal range. Why did he run backwards? He had it first down, but instead he only got like 6. Traded a 3, a 4, a 6, and you still have your 1. Well, that 1's probably not going to be as high as last year, but having that 1 could be valuable. Oh, it's a fumble. We do have a flag. We do have a flag. And it looks like it's on the offense, so they'll decline. And the play stands. Okay, so Houston gets the ball back. And they almost gave it right back.
Intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Houston calls another timeout. What's good, Boomy? Welcome. Musco's just stopping in. Well, I appreciate you stopping in nonetheless. It is hard to watch Colbert play. He could not throw.
Intended for Travis Kelce.
Except for deep. He can throw deep. His ratings are a perfect indication of how he plays. I mean, they just cannot call short passes. They just can't. A late interception here for Bradley Roby. Eagles have a timeout at 46. They can score. Unlikely, but possible. Doing the spreadsheet on your phone because you're in a car. Not fun, but we appreciate you for doing it. A trap catch. What the hell is a trap catch? Like, it was the ball trapped at the ground? Oh, okay, I see. So I think it's questioning whether the ground helped him get possession. Okay, the play stands, so it is an interception. That one looked like a catch, but it was close. I didn't know you could review those types of catches. I didn't know if it was a catch or not. It was a problem in Madden. I just thought that was real life. They're not going to call a timeout here, are they?
It's a gain of 10.
Okay, they just got to kick the field goal.
First down.
They made it from 52 earlier. Going to try to make it from 52 again.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
There's no reason why this won't go in. And it didn't go in. There's no win difference because we're in the same part of the stadium. He made the kick in the second quarter. I know in real life you could certainly miss it after making it, but I don't think that's how Madden would work because Madden's kind of dumb. I didn't think there was like a uniqueness to kicking, at least for the CPU. Oh well, 14-10 still. We get to see a Hail Mary. Yes! What a dot! And it was caught by Kelce! A Hail Mary specialist. That's exactly what he is. If only that had enough distance to go into the end zone. Oh my goodness.
Eagles 10.
What a dot. If they had Joey Sly, that would have gone in. That would have gone in or it would have been 20 yards to the left. No in between. What the heck is this camera angle? Stat padding? Yeah, I guess he did kind of pad his stats there. If only they had Bucker, that probably would have gone if they had Bucker. Yeah. If only Hail Mary specialist was a position. That would mean Aaron Rodgers is versatile because he can play quarterback and Hail Mary specialist. I did not enjoy saying that just now, but it's true. Texans should only have Hail Mary. It's just Hail Mary and run play. That's all they should do. I'm not even saying that to exaggerate. I genuinely think if the Texans playbook was like that, that would be way smarter. I think we can all agree. Good start for Aaron Jones. He scored twice in the first half. I'm back. What did you miss? You missed Zachy and Colbert successfully complete a Hail Mary like 20 yards short of the end zone. But it was still a Hail Mary. That should not have worked. That should not have worked at all.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Houston is lucky. And then Colbert does that like usual.
Intended for Sammy Watkins. Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Are we going to see a yeet? Come on, yeet it. You know you want to. Yes! And it worked! I mean, to be fair, he was wide open, but oh my, Devontae Parker's hurt now. But, I mean, that pass was 30-some yards downfield, and Colbert got it right on the money. I think we should watch more Texans games. This is, like, it's too predictable, but it's too fun. Colbert makes you thank you. You have an actual good quarterback. Wow, he made that throw, believe it or not. Texans should run in every play and then occasionally have a deep shot. Probably. I mean, they don't have a lot of depth at running back, which is kind of shocking considering this is Naruto. As Colbert completely misses that one. Did you ever tell you're doing a 128-team tournament? Ah, wow, that sounds cool. That seems like a lot of work, but it sounds like a cool idea if you can execute it. 3rd and 3. Did he get it? I think he did. Yeah, they will give it to him. That was very close. Will Colbert ever be a good quarterback? I would say no, but since he's been pretty good in the sim for the most part, I really don't know. That's a good question. I'm really curious to see how his career pans out. You got a flag here. I wasn't looking at the screen, so I don't really know what happened. Holding. Aaron Jones really does have a team on his back. It's just seeing ghosts downfield. What is the in real life version of Colbert? That's a good question. I don't know if we've ever seen a player like him. Someone who can only complete deep passes. I really don't know. I mean, there are some quarterbacks who might be better deep. Stafford. But I don't think we've ever seen someone like Colbert. Prime, he's not touching 70 short and mid accuracy. He's in the 20s there. If he's lucky, those stats might go up into like the 40s at the most. I don't think those are reaching the 70s. I mean, then again, I've never really seen a quarterback with 20s in those stats, so I really don't fully know. But I don't think those are going to go up into the 70s. 2018 Josh Allen. Yeah, with the mobile ability, I can see it. Joe Namath. Perry won't really like that one. I would think you're kind of right. Most upgrades would go to those stats. But if he does, like, strong arm, then I still don't think he would specialize in those. I don't know. I'm curious to see how he upgrades. Alexei Smirnov is just you, but not hated by FG. I mean, to an extent. I mean, you guys have similar skill sets. Colbert is like the Walmart version of Alexei Smirnov. Excited to see Colbert in the 10-year sim. That'll be really interesting. I wonder if Colbert will be high enough ratings-wise to like ever consistently start.
Buckley's
I mean, as long as we have the actual OFL and user coaches, he'll probably start unless he's absolutely terrible. But when the CPU does all the moves, I don't know. That's a really interesting question.
Naheem Hines, the ball
You and Colbert are the best quarterbacks. I mean, your best quarterbacks are throwing 50-plus yards downfield. So, I guess there's that. 3rd and 8. Buckley's going to run with it, and he does not fumble this time.
the quarterback on the scramble.
Walmart version, how about Kmart version? You're probably closer, yeah. He's the Kmart version of Smirnoff.
First down, Eagles.
Smirnoff is Colbert if Colbert could throw short and medium. Well, Smirnoff doesn't really have short and medium. I mean, those stats aren't in like the 20s, but
Buckley's pass complete to DeAndre.
Kogoat and Alexei Smirgoat.
It's a gain of 20.
Alexei Smirgoat sounds like the most Russian name ever. That was a high snap. Buckley does catch it.
Naheem Hines, the ball
He is 75 short and 75 medium. Yeah, so not like Colbert bad, but still not good either. Walmart version of Smirnoff is like chipping away. Hey, I mean you're not wrong. You're not wrong so far, but
Buckley's pass.
you didn't have to say it. To become the GOAT, I must drink goat's milk every day. Yeah, that's a good idea. Are they just going to punt it? They will punt it. The Texans look like they're going to win this game. Not sure of Chippendale's skill set. From what I remember for the most part, I mean, he seemed balanced. He has a good arm. He's fairly mobile. He's, like, decent in everything. But not really good in, like, one thing. Chippendale is another comrade, yes. Zacking Colbert is the greatest quarterback of all time. He could throw short and medium, and if he wasn't terrible.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Were you in the Riley Painter class? No, Riley Painter was the year before Colbert. Since Colbert's a rookie. Colbert's with Chippendale and Small and Mookie and Mr. Woodard. Chippendale reminds you of Matthew Stafford. I mean, if Chippendale plays like Stafford, that'd be a win. But I don't think his arm is as strong as Stafford's. Naruto's the most hot and cold head coach. Well, Naruto's teams are just good. He's just not that great of a coach for the most part. I mean, he knows how to draft fairly well, but he's just not the most competent. Which can be improved, but he always, I mean, last year Alpo built the Patriots, so I'm not really going to give Naruto credit there. And I mean, this Texans team isn't bad. He did a pretty good job in the fantasy draft. Are we going to get another water punt? No, we will not. He's Apple 2.0. Well, you got better quicker. Obviously, when you first became a coach, we had that whole Carson Wentz fiasco. But you got better quickly. Naruto hasn't improved that much. Maybe a little bit. Alexei Smirnoff is a less mobile Josh Allen. With less accuracy, too, because Josh Allen is, like, regarded as super accurate now. I think Allen was, like, top 5 in completion percentage. Which is wild, considering he was so inaccurate in his first 2 years. You were well, you seemed like a dumpster fire, but that Bills team went out of nowhere and made the Super Bowl in your first year, so you have to get some credit there. I mean, on paper, the Carson Wentz trade sucked, but it still worked out for you. So, and then last year, your Eagles team was really good for the most part. 7 out. I'd say higher than a 7 out of 10. I mean, you've made the OFL Bowl twice, plenty of division titles, and your team this year is what, 4-1? You were a decent coach. You weren't bad. I wouldn't say you were as incompetent as Naruto, and I do think you did improve quite a bit, and you were a good drafter. I mean, that last draft in OFL 20, I think was like Dex Pittman and Julian Cannon. That ended up being one of the best drafts. So, if there's one thing you're really good at, I would say it's drafting. IT Mahomes? No, I'm not, Nick. Wait, what? You remember when all of AP's picks were for Carson Wentz? Oh, are you high? That's the question. I mean, IT isn't that much worse than Mahomes. I mean, I don't think it's that unreasonable to say. Ratings-wise, obviously Mahomes is better, but I mean, if we compare the stats, IT was better last year. And this year, I mean, it's been close. So I don't think it's that unreasonable to say Isaiah Thomas is better. Below 500 all time, but you guys were tanking the second half of last year. So, yeah. Must be high if you think IT is better. I don't think IT is better than Mahomes, but I think it's close. I think it's really close. I think there's just a discussion both ways.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Good at picking schemes, inconsistent everywhere else. I mean, you made fine trades for the most part. I mean, your trade up for Smirnov at the time looked bad, but I mean, I would say it's worked out. Considering Smirnov is quite good. Naheem Hines does not want to be tackled. You'll lose both today? Who do you guys even play? I don't even remember. Were either Colts game on the polls? No. Okay. So, that means you guys probably aren't playing anyone that good. Just rooting for some incompetent logic. That'd be funny. Which has been a feature in Madden for a while now, yes. We know Madden loves to be dumb. The people always dread Smirnov. They always dissed him. Yeah, that trade made no sense at the time for the Cardinals, but I don't think we expected Smirnov to play this well. So, you pick Painter, you wonder if Painter would be good. Yeah, that's a good question. If Painter was in Arizona and Smirnov was in Miami, what would things look like? To be fair to Painter, the Dolphins' skill position players are not all that good. They're a team that's led by defense. I think their best skill position player outside of tight end, which is used inconsistently, is probably Deontay Johnson, who's Naheem Hines, the ball carrier.
Jermaine's back there on the tackle. A gain of 2 yards brings up 4th and goal. Austin Seibert on for the field goal.
Smirnov has Devontae, Kamara, and Waller, exactly. Painter does not have anyone that good. You would have requested a trade if you were Miami? Well, maybe Miami would be good. Who knows?
Eagles 13. Michael Dixon set to kick.
Texans just have to chew clock, and they've ran the ball very well today. So, see if Aaron Jones can have one more good drive and finish this sucker off. Playing for RZ's cool. I mean, RZ's one of the best coaches we have. He's just super unlucky. And Madden always finds a way to screw him.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he didn't draft for weapons. He drafted for defense. And, I mean, Von Miller was obviously traded, but what the hell was Kober doing? He was just running backwards. Why are they throwing, first off, with this guy? And second, what was he trying to do? You're like the 10th to 14th best coach. I'd say in the ballpark, maybe a little bit higher. But I'd say that's fair. Kober trying to go downfield, but it's incomplete. Smirnov once defeated a full-grown bear in a brawl. I'm surprised he's only defeated one bear. Figured it'd be like 6 at least.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Hashtag start Russ. That'd be funny if Naruto just made a random quarterback change out of nowhere to put Russ in. That'd be funny. Well, the Eagles have a chance to drive down the field and win the game here.
To Julio Jones.
They already have the pass to the 50 with all their timeouts.
16 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Who's the greatest coach in the OFL of all time, not including me? Well, if we're talking range-wise, probably Roberto or Alpo. Roberto was really good at 19. Alpo was really good at 20. So, and neither of their teams have been all that. I mean, Alpo made the OFL Bowl last year, so I guess he's been really good in 21 too. And Alpo nearly built 2 teams that made the OFL Bowl last year. Remember, obviously he was the Patriots and they never missed. And then remember, he took over the Bucs and they almost made it. So, I mean, if we're basing it on all that, it's probably Alpo.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
Love how Nick says me. I mean, maybe if you want a ring,
Switzer
then maybe you enter the discussion.
brings up second and
Every time you make a team, they're always competitive. You're the Marvin Lewis of Sim Leagues. Ooh, touchdown for the Eagles. By a white guy, a short white guy. Is that like Ryan Switzer?
touchdown.
It is Ryan Switzer. I thought he had a face scan for whatever reason.
Cybert on for the
Eagles are now up by 3. Cobert's gonna have to take some deep shots. Alpo is your first coach in the FGFL.
makes the score Eagles 20. Texans
I mean, there aren't many better coaches than Alpo.
Michael Dixon.
I mean, I'd like to think I'm a good trader, but Alpo is like miles ahead of me there. I mean, he's like a ridiculously good negotiator.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
But what about you? You're trying to win a reign. It's not. Oh, I know it's not easy, but I feel like you have to win a reign to be in that discussion. And Alpo technically has, I think, only 1 reign. Alpo's lost a lot of OFL wars. But Rob has 2. I have 2. No, I have 3. Yeah, we won 3 last year. So reigns-wise, I have the most. But Alpo's made the most.
The pass intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. It
Second or
leads to
third in the
second
league in
and
terms
10.
of... I would say right now you're probably in that range, yeah. He helped you early, that's why you ended up doing well? Well, I don't think there's a better mentor to have than someone like Alpo.
Incomplete.
Overtime does look like a realistic possibility here. I mean, if the Texans can get in field goal range, which is very possible, they still have all their timeouts. Yeah, they're in field goal range now. Will they get to the end zone? Will they kick a field goal? Or will Madden do its thing and screw him over? That was DK's first catch of the game, by the way. That might be a face mask. Wow, that's a big deal. Colbert can't throw a football. Never mind. No, it's a holding. Oh, on Sternberger. That's a big deal. That is a very big deal. Texans still have 2 timeouts, though. Love for Alpo to mentor you if you ever make the jump. Yeah, that would, again, be a very good mentor. Wow, that was a first down. Jones at 500 rushing yards. Oh, they're going to kick it now. Okay. Eagles call time. I wish this was the Eagles kicking the field goal so we could get another Hail Mary from Colbert. That would be nice.
A 37-yard attempt.
This should go in a 37-yard attempt, and that one was really high. But it goes in, and we're tied at 20 with 4 seconds.
That ties the game at 20 all.
And I'm not talking about the 2 to 3 day stretch he had.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Okay, we're probably not going to have the Hail Mary unless he gets tackled within the next second, which he does. The Eagles probably are just going to run the ball here, then. Aren't they?
Take over first and 10
Because they're wusses.
at their own 24-yard line.
No, this does kind of look like they might go deep. Or maybe not. No, it's a run. Now, he minds gets a good 10, but it's not enough. So we will be going to overtime. I think overtime for 8-minute quarters is 5.5 minutes. Could we see a tie? Who starts with the ball? It's heads. Heads. Eagles did the right thing and called tails, and they still got unlucky. That's rough. So Houston starts with a ball. They get an opportunity to win first. Houston needs a touchdown in order to end this game. Field goal does technically keep the Eagles in. Heads never fails, except for like 75% of the time. Imagine if there's a pick six. That'd be so funny. That would be the funniest thing. I almost hope that happens now. Pick six, pick six, pick six. No, that's a first down. Oh, it's not a first down, but it's close. 70-yard bomb. That'd be a fun ending, too. It's another pass. Colbert. Somehow gets it to Aaron Jones. That should not have been complete, but Jones makes a nice play. 70-yard bomb or pick six. We need one of those things to happen.
The pass intended for Sammy Watkins, incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Second and 10. Risky throw, and it's dropped by, I believe, DK. I don't know who else will be wearing 14. We want the ball, we'll win. Well, the Texans don't look like they're going to... Oh! Okay, maybe not. To the 33 as DJ Humphries is hurt. Texans are in field goal range. That isn't really important unless the clock really starts to run down. Another injury is Simon's Vernon Hargraves. A lot of boo-boos. Second and 6. Colbert gets it to Kelsey. That looked like a first down with forward progress. There's a flag. And it's a face mask. Wow. Okay. Oh, they didn't. They wouldn't have. They would not have given him the forward progress. So it would have been 3rd and 3. But instead, it's first down. Wow, that's gigantic. And it looks like Houston is getting very close to the end zone. They should win. Okay, well, this game ain't over. Bradley Roby with a sack for a loss of 6.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Is it possible to win? I mean, you guys just have to score a touchdown, and yeah, the game will be over. That should have been picked. Wow, that was close.
Intended for Sammy Watkins, incomplete.
No wonder Bill benched 2 in Super Bowl. No, that was Malcolm Butler. Oh, was Butler the one with the flag? For whatever reason, I thought you were talking about Roby. Ooh, did they go for it on 4th and 1? Oh, this is a tough decision. I would go for it and give the ball to Aaron Jones. Did he even get both feet in? I don't think he did. They're going to go for it. They're not challenging the call, by the way. I don't think he was in, to be honest. Bought in with the handoff, and he stopped! The Eagles got him, no way! And now all the Eagles need is a field goal.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Wow. That's crazy. Safety is still a possibility, by the way. It's an unlikely possibility, but it's a possibility. What if this game ends in a tie? Then the Eagles will still be winless, but they won't go 0-16. Didn't Washington go like 1-14-1 last year at one point? Or something like that?
A gain of 7. First down, Eagles.
Last year in OFL 20, not the first year of OFL 21. Because Washington isn't a team here. They are now the Caps.
Naheem Hines, the ball carrier.
2-minute warning, still tied at 20. No double overtime in football, or at least for regular season. So, if this game ends in a tie, then it'll end in a tie. Surprised we haven't filled with this league up. I haven't done a lot of shameless plugs on the community tab. I was planning on doing that soon. So hopefully we can get some people that way. And probably another Discord announcement, because I've had plenty of people join the main Discord as of late. So hopefully we can get some more people in soon, because that would be good. We still have a few open teams, so hopefully we can get those filled up. Buckley, can he get the first? I don't know if he got it. Nice amount of rushing yards. 4th and 1, I think you have to punt it. But what do the Eagles have to lose this season? They're 0-6. I would go for it. And I know this sounds crazy, because if they don't get it, the Texans can just kick a field goal and end the game. But what do the Eagles have to lose? Yeah, I don't agree with this punt. I think this is quite a good league. Well, I appreciate that move. I appreciate that. You trust Colbert in the clutch? I don't trust Colbert in a regular scenario, let alone the clutch. Unless the Texans have to lob up a Hail Mary, then maybe I trust him there. Neither team has used a timeout in overtime. Remember, in OT there's only 2 timeouts per side. So,
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
playing for the tie, absolutely disgusting, I know. Dangerous throw. 70-yard bomb. Well, I mean, I guess it's still possible if he backs up to the 30, yeah.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10, incomplete. If the Texans don't get it here on 4th down, I would just punt it. Unless they're like 2 yards away. 3rd and 10. Colbert. It's caught. What a throw. On the money on 3rd down to Sammy Watkins. That might be the biggest throw of the game. And that was not a deep pass. So, credit to Colbert. How many dropped interceptions did the Eagles have today? Like 7? You don't want to put a tie in the spreadsheet? Well, that's looking like a very realistic possibility unless the Texans get in field goal range, which is also a realistic possibility. Colbert has all the time in the world. He's going to run for the 1st down inside the 25. They want a run by Colbert, and the Texans are in field goal range. And they're just going to kick it right now. They're not going to waste any time. 7 dropped interceptions at least. I think we got to give Colbert a lot of credit. He was clutch on this drive, had a few big plays, and the Texans should walk away with a win. Colbert is so lucky. Colbert also has some skill. The kick is good, and that'll do it. Texans walk away with a victory. In dramatic fashion, 23-20. And the Eagles will remain winless despite a very good game from Austin Buckley. Colbert was up and down, but he definitely had some big moments. Aaron Jones was very good. I really like these sliders. This was one of the funnest games we've had. For sure. Still a fair amount of defense, but the offenses were good. Couple turnovers from each side. MVP goes to Meals for the play calling. Alright, fellas, I'll be back in a minute. I have to go use the bathroom, so I will be right back. We are back. So, before we simulate the week, I noticed during the game that I forgot to scroll up on some of the depth chart changes and some of the trades. So, I'm going to do those really quick, the ones I missed, which weren't many. And then week 8 time, indeed. You go to the washroom, I just use a bottle. Yeah, so I missed starting with the... Hold on, let me do trades first, actually. I think there was only like 2 or 3. I didn't realize there were so many trades made, so that's why. All right, let's go to Arizona. Change Colbert starting quarterback, yes. That's something I should do. Show the upgrades, I dare. I'm going to do those early this week, because I should have time. Who do I want to go to? Texans. Showing the upgrades does take a while, so as I said, I don't really want to show those on stream, because I don't think people really want to see that. He has 96 speed? I didn't even realize he was that fast. Good lord. We're not going to have time in the stream, but I'm going to have time on Monday or Tuesday, so I promise those will come out. All right, Cardinals trade a 4 for Mr. Pop-Tart. This would be the Cardinals' 4th. Colbert is a very raw athlete indeed. I think that's a fair assessment. Show your star. Okay, I can do that. For proof. He has 3 skill points too, wow. But yeah, he is star. Okay, and then the other trades I missed were the A.J. Green one and the Tyler Lockett one. So the 2 trades that involves Boomy getting wide receivers. And then like a couple depth chart changes. I wish I noticed these earlier, but I didn't realize there were so many moves this week. $84, and if you count Morale, that would push him up to an 85, I guess. All right, Livers this year 6 and next year 4. Or Linder. Boomy to wide receiver says Naruto to running backs. That's actually kind of true. And then what was it? Tyler Lockett for a 2nd round pick. I don't know how to feel about this trade. I think I would say it's a win for the Ravens. I don't really know. I mean, Lockett's 28. He's only an 85? Huh? Okay, so since the rating is off, the trade is not going to count, but I will let them redo it. I know the trade deadline passed, but... Okay, and then there are like a few depth charts that I have to do. And then we can officially sim a week. So I know everyone who's not the Eagles or Texans is probably freaking out right now. Where is depth chart? Why can't I not find it? There it is. I made most of them. Yeah, Ravens, Caps, Cardinals, Dolphins, and Texans. Well, I guess the Texans would be for next week. Or no, the Eagles. Why do I keep calling Meals the Texans? Jesus Christ. We're already on the Ravens. So it's pretty much what he has, but without Tyler Lockett. Where is Kenny Stills? Does he not have Kenny Stills? Hold on. Doing the spreadsheet as soon as possible so you don't fall behind. Kenny Stills might be hurt. That's probably why. Okay. The Columbus Caps. Brockers to defensive tackle 1. I think left end 1 would still be Kamoko Toure. So I don't think I have to worry about that one. But Brockers going inside. Can I make sure Tart's your slot cornerback? Yeah, you guys are like next on the list, I think. All right, Connor, I think, would already be power, I would think. Yes, but Malcolm Tremblay, new starting running back. What is he going to do? All right, Cardinals, Justin Timer to CB2. Jaquiski Tart in the slot. The Ravens should have Stills. Yeah, I think they do. I think he might just be hurt. Okay, there we go. Hold on, let me just make sure something didn't mess up. I'm pretty sure... Wasn't Kenny Stills on the Caps at one point? He might just be hurt. Okay, well, how did that happen? Because Kenny Stills shouldn't be here. Good thing we're noticing this now. Was there just a trade that was never approved? Kenny Stills for a 3. Oh, it might have been because the vote was low. Okay, that's why that never happened. That explains a lot. Dolphins changing their running backs. Eagles, the Eagles have a few, and then we can officially sim. Sorry for the wait. All right, running back is Chisholm, Drake, and Breida. Third down back, Chisholm, Breida, and Drake. I made sure your edge rushers are correct. I did all the depth chart changes up to and including, I think, Nick's big one. And then Chisholm, Drake, and Breida. And then for the Eagles, Horse played a lot today. So I don't think him not being tight end 1 was a huge deal. And then right end 1 is Justin Madubuike. Alright, now we can finally sim. Rip the extra 3. Looks like the Bucks beat the Ravens. I'm going to save this now before I forget. And now it is time to see what happened around the league. Looks like everybody here lost. I think the Cougars only had 1 loss. Alright, so Baltimore is now 2-5. They lose their 3rd straight, 28-17. Jordan Love threw for 4 touchdowns. Okay, that happened. Gus the Bus was really good. So was McCaffrey. Cole Kmet, leading receiver. Will Fuller scores. AJ Green scores. One and a half sacks for Samson Ebukam. I don't think there were any picks. No. Forgot who we played, but you better beat them. Saints lose to Carolina. The Panthers have now won 4 straight, I think. It looks like the Saints did not run the ball very well. Garoppolo and Baker were both okay. Yeah, New Orleans did not run the ball well. Big game for Devin Duvernay. Odell Beckham also scores, along with Dalton Schultz. No sacks today. Nope, 2 for Wagner. Two and a half sacks for Jalen Smith. And then a pick for Travarius Ward. Yeah, you guys won in overtime. Yeah, the Cougars did lose to the Sentinels 27-10. Tua has really not been very good this year. Daniel Jones struggled. One of his worst games of the year. He's been sacked a ton. Nice game of the year for Mr. DeAndre Swift. You love to see that. Saints should have traded for Scooter. Garoppolo is not getting it done. That's not unreasonable. Garoppolo hasn't been all that good. Snowhawks had a bye week. Steamers beat the Thunderbirds 35-28. An upset here for Memphis. So Toronto was up 28-7 going into halftime, and they lost. Nick, you guys blew a 28-7 lead. Patrick Mahomes, Illuminati confirmed. He was really good. So was Josh Rosen, though, in his first game with Memphis. But nobody ran it well. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the leading rusher, with 37 yards. 2 touchdowns for Jalen Reagor. Sacks for Kenny Clark and Deron Payne. And an interception for Sheldrick Redwine. Steelers lose to Buffalo, 35-21. Both quarterbacks played well. Matthew Stafford was really good. Mookie Gray, low completion percentage, though. Just chilling in Russia. Nick Chubb was good. He had 6.1 yards a carry. O.J. the Juice Man Howard and Amari Cooper both scored, along with Kahale Warren and Teron Griffin. 1 catch, 6 yards for the X Factor, Malachi Arnold. Roy Highsmith with a sack. He's been pretty good. Did the Chiefs win? We have not gotten to the Chiefs yet, so. Raiders beat the Titans 21-20. Very close game. Eddie Small threw for 3 touchdowns. He was very efficient. Philip Lindsay scored. He wasn't all that good, though. Big game for Nelson Aguilar, who's having a nice year. The X Factor Gregory Chance with 52 yards. C. Bush scores, along with Allen Robinson and some other dude. Nervous to look at your game, feel so much pressure with the trades. I mean, it's only 1 game, so a loss won't be the end of the world. Wow, 2.5 sacks for John Simon. What a guy. Bengals had a bye week. That's good news for them because they suck. Bulldogs beat the Cowboys 42-21. Wonder when Matt Woodard is going to start. Good quarterback play. Deshaun Watson actually wasn't bad today. Josh Allen was really good too. Up 28-7 versus a team you should beat. Take this garbage second half to lose. Oof. We must win for Mother Russia. Wow, Zeke, 3 touchdowns. He was quite good. 3 touchdowns for Philip Dorsett, too. It's an odd player to score 3 receiving touchdowns in a game. NFC West, it's a big deal. In the AFC, it's whatever. I mean, you're not fully wrong there. Caps win streak stays alive, but barely. 25-22 over Detroit. Carson Wentz was really good. A very Jameis Winston-esque game. 66.6 rating, 3 touchdowns, and 3 picks. Good performance. 2 touchdowns for the rookie Aaron Nash, along with 2 for Stephon Diggs. Still have the North lead, indeed, with the Lions' loss. So Columbus is now 6-0. I think they only won like 6 games left. Whoa! Welcome to the Caps, Marcus May. 3 interceptions. Yeah, that looks like a win for Columbus, I would say. Huh, okay. So if Columbus does not make that trade, they probably don't win that game. Cardinals beat the Rams. Arizona is now 6-1. They squeak against the Lions, therefore the most realistic Madden stat line ever. What week are we in? We just wrapped up week 7. 4 touchdowns, 333 yards, excuse me. Illuminati confirmed for Alexei Smirnov. Herbert was nah. Juwan Kemp, a rookie, scores. Darren Waller was good. Reggie Rutledge with a touchdown. Devontae Adams, John Ross, Laviska Shenault, and Dawson Knox all find the end zone. No sound for here. How badly did you lose? Someone type into Husker, but we haven't seen his game yet. 2 sacks for DeMarcus Lawrence. An interception for the new pickup, Jaquiski Tartt. Did Von Miller do anything? He had 1 tackle. Smirnov is not experiencing a sophomore slump, indeed. Colts beat the Chargers 38-17, so Indy does not go 0-2 today for Apple's concern. Phil Riddle got to play, and he played well. Does that mean Jared Goff got hurt? He got sacked 5 times. Jared Goff might be injured, which, I mean, Phil Riddle's good, but Jared Goff has had a really good season. Saquon Barkley was good. Ito Smith scores 2 touchdowns for Cam Akers, 1 for Tom Flanagan. Big game for Chris Godwin, 8 for $167. Looks like the Chargers' pass rush was quite good today, despite losing. 2 sacks for Frank Clark and Benson Mayowa. It's an odd player to get 2 sacks. Pick for Rodney McLeod. That's what the Chargers get for not taking your trade. Niners beat the Chiefs, 26-21. This would have been a fun game to watch. I'm surprised this game didn't get more votes. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Thomas was not great. He did throw for a lot of yards. Eckler was solid. Rashad Penny was pretty good. Niners-Cardinals is going to be a really fun game to watch this week. I'm happy you guys voted for that one. That was the winner, right? Yes. Okay, good. Fake news. My team doesn't win in these leagues. Well, they won here. You had an ad game. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. I mean, you did have quite a few picks, but other than that, you did throw for a lot of yards. Colts won. Cougars lost. Cowboys lost. We had a bye week. Dolphins lose their first game without Riley Painter, 20-12. Did the game sign them another quarterback? It did. Okay. I didn't think it would. RSV specifically requested for Brett Hundley to be his backup if the game did this, so I'm going to cut Mr. Pritchett here for Brett Hundley. Bo Richter was okay. Case Keenum was okay, too. Nice amount of rushing yards for Curtis Samuel. Nick Chisholm in his first start, 14 carries, 32 yards. Ouch. Nice amount of yards for DJ Moore. You meant Alex Huntley, not Brett. Okay. Why did I think you meant Brett? But yeah, I will make that change going into this week. You can just keep the Pritchett guy? Okay, I'll just do that. If Alex isn't available. Dolphins lost, that means they're due for a win against you guys. Jacksonville at a bye week. Jets lose to the Packers. Okay, a little bit of an upset. Who's going to win the AFC East? Because this division is, like, so confusing. Aaron Rodgers was very good. Matt Ryan was not. Tyler, not Alex. Okay, Tyler Huntley. Derrick Henry, a typical Derrick Henry type game. T.Y. Hilton scores twice. So does Alshon Jeffrey. Looks like Green Bay's starting to pick it up a little bit. What are the Jets now? They are 3-3 and still in first place, I think. Lions lost. Packers won. Panthers won. Pats won. Raiders won. Rams lost, and that brings us back to the start. Okay, I'm going to make that change now, just so I don't forget. Then we'll check standings, players of the week, and then we will get on to the Niners and Cardinals, in what should be a very interesting game. I would think Tyler Huntley would still be here. Yes, and Brett Hundley is there. Oh, Tyler Huntley is on a practice squad. Okay. So, that would imply that he is not available. So, how good is this Pritchett guy? I know he doesn't start, but he is a 62. Okay, so he's respectable. Let's take a look at the standings. Cougars are 4-2. They still lead the North, even though they lost this week. Colts still ahead of the Texans in the South. Indy's won 3 in a row. Bills are now 3-3. They've won 3 in a row. That's fine. We can just keep them. Okay, good. AFC West, Chiefs and Raiders are in first. We're not out of it, but we're not looking too hot. Thunderbirds still lead the North. Steamers have won 2 in a row. They've done well since Pepper Jack became their new coach. Panthers are 4-2. They lead the South comfortably. Caps are 6-0 in the East. Eagles are 0-7. Cardinals half a game ahead of the Snowhawks in the West. Big game this week against San Francisco for Arizona. Are we looking at the AFC 16 through 32? Well, what do you mean? I'm confusing. Oh, who's the best AFC team? Well, record-wise, that would be you guys. Yeah, you guys are the only team with one loss in the conference. Hot take, Eagles win the NFC East. If they did that, that would be hilarious. They'll win the NFC East's addition to the Tank Bowl, because them and Dallas are going to be tanking it out the last 10 weeks of the year. Oh, I get your joke, because the AFC sucks balls. Players of the week, Alexei Smirnov, Matthew Stafford, Marcus May, and Dante Hightower. So no major surprises there. On to week 8. Who is home, Arizona or San Francisco? That would be the Cardinals. So San Francisco's 1 and Arizona's 2. Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2?
The answer is 1.
1. So we will be using the 49ers. I don't know if Husker is still here, but if you are here and you can hear, you can if you are here and you can hear, that's ironic. You can pick your jerseys. If not, we can go back to the OFL 20 days rocking the All Blacks. I think we got to wear the All Blacks. Ooh, but those whites were really good too. This is bringing back nostalgia. Good old Niner Cardinal battle. Been watched 37% of the time this year. You've not chosen jerseys. Apple was like never the user last year, so I guess both of you guys were unlucky with that. All right, if Husker's in here, do we want the All Blacks or do we want the All Whites? I don't really care. One vote for All Whites. Madden liked you, but Siri didn't. That's true. Realize the X Factor page looks pretty intimidating. Yeah, that is intimidating. 1 vote for black, 2 vote for black. Whites. I mean, we could always have Siri pick. Blacks. That's 3 for black. We'll rock black. For Superstars and Superstar X Factors, we have Devontae Adams, Tre'Davious White, Von Miller, DeMarcus Lawrence, Myles Jack, and Vernon Carter. Superstars Tyron Smith, Alvin Kamara, Minka Fitzpatrick, Trey Flowers, Austin Eckler, Dak Attack, Derek Brown, Quan Alexander, and Levante David. Now you wish Siri chose Arizona so we could see the Cardinals All Blacks. Those were really cool too, with the shiny helmets. Whatever happened to Romer? Romer didn't have time to be a coach, so he is a player now. And I guess he would be in the upcoming draft class. They have the Superstars, you guys have the X Factors. We'll see which side proves to be better. Cardinals are stacked in general. I mean, Arizona definitely is one of the better rosters in the league for sure. 6-1 Cardinals, 4-2 49ers. Big game in the NFC West landscape. Should have seen the defense you built. Yeah, that defense was loaded. Almost as loaded as my defense. I'm sorry, I had to. Cardinals starting the ball, so that means we get to see Smirnov first. Trubisky's on the Cardinals. Nick is getting bad flashbacks. so here is Smirnov. He has put up MVP. Oh, awards coming out after this week, which is a good transition because Smirnov's numbers are very MVP worthy up to this point. Your defense was better than mine. Yeah, but we won 3 ranges and you guys won none. You hate that dude? I hate that dude too because he only plays well twice a year and it's always against us. Trubisky chooses to suck the other 14 or 15 games if the Bears sneak into the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
How can he handle the Niners front? I mean, San Francisco does have a pretty good front seven, so we'll see what Smirnov can do against one of the better defenses. Top teams of the OFL: Caps, Cardinals, and Colts. Yeah, I think record-wise, they're the only teams with 1 loss. So, and I don't think I would have expected those 3 teams at the top, considering none of them made the playoffs last year. The Colts and the Caps were just bad, and Arizona has seen a massive progression from Alexei Smirnov. The triple C's. Is there anybody who starts with a C? Yeah, the Cowboys. Them boys aren't doing too hot. And the Chiefs and the Chargers. Wow, there are a lot of C's. Okay. Yes, the old stadium. State Farm, is it arena or stadium or field or what? I don't know. This is a jump Smirnov needed to make it. He made it. The home is embarrassing the 49ers. We beat you guys more last year than you beat us. So, no. Here's Darren Waller, the baller, to the 30. I'm like Josh Allen and Adams is Diggs. Yeah, that's a pretty accurate assessment. Smirnov is a lot like Josh Allen, and he has that #1 target. You all had EA on your side. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but it's a fact that we were better. Wins-wise. Whether we had some help from EA or not, that's one thing. Third and 6. It's a sack for Carlos Dunlap. Cardinals forced to kick a field goal.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
This one is from 52, so it's not a guarantee. Oh, he drilled it. Oh, it doinked! It's only a Mitchell Trubisky-led team where the kicks doink off a crossbar. That one had the distance, but it was wide right. No good. Woj just tweeted, Detroit has agreed to trade guard Derrick Rose to the Knicks for Dennis Smith and the Charlotte Hornets 2nd-round pick. I was hoping we'd get our 2nd-round back. Oh, well. Still a good deal for us. Dak is quickly sacked by Tack McKinley. Not the person I would expect to get the first sack of the game. How many ranges do you have help that you how many ranges do you have that you do not get help from Alpha? That took a while for me to say. Loss of 4 from Miles Jack. Arizona's defense not looking too bad so far. I mean, they have a lot of talent on this side of the ball. Prescott scrambling to his right side. He's going to throw on the run, and it is caught. He might have been past the line of scrimmage, though. I think he threw it past the line, yeah. If only he was like a yard back, that would have been a gain of like 40. But instead, that will be a Niner punt.
Thomas Morstead in punt formation. Ty Montgomery on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
No score yet. Cardinals do have a very high-octane offense. We'll see what they can do. You don't know who you would rather win? For the Thunderbirds' sake, probably San Francisco winning would be better.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. Alvin Kamara on the
2nd and 8, not much for Kamara.
At the 29-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Now it is 3rd and 6. Smirnov gonna yeet it, and it is caught out of bounds. What a catch by Julio Jones. No, that's not Julio. Why did I think that was? I just saw 11. I was thinking Julio was on this team last year. That is John Ross. Why did I think that was Julio? Can both teams lose? I mean, a tie would be the closest thing.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Tre'Davious White. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, under a minute to go in the quarter. Not getting much there. Smirnov has been bad today. He definitely has not been bad, but not a lot of big plays so far.
A 2-yard pickup.
Who needs Julio when you have John Ross? I mean, John Ross is faster, there's that. Nice throw out of bounds. Back to Ross. San Francisco, he clearly was in. What are they challenging? He was definitely in bounds.
38-yard line.
Maybe that's close. Hold on. Can we get a better angle? Well, it looked like he dragged the second one, so I think he's in, but that is closer than thought. Okay, the challenge is gonna stand. San Francisco loses timeout. You have the Titans feeling good. The Titans aren't that good of a team, but they just win like random games out of nowhere, I feel like. So that kind of smells like a trap game. That's a game Indy should win, but that could be a trap game.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
First quarter in the books, no score yet. The Cardinals are getting close though. We have the Dolphins. I'm scared. Send help. Nice first down by Kamara.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That one was dangerous. Could have been picked. Power rankings got to change soon. Yeah, there's been a lot of movement in the power rankings, so might have those up pretty soon. Not a lot of deep passes. He has 6 for 9 now. That's pretty nice.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5 now. Back to Kamara. The defender was right there. I don't really know why. Smirnov overthrew that. If that was like a level throw, Kamara could have did something. Valier brings him down. I think he was a pretty high pick a couple seasons ago. Cardinals going to try to get on the board with a field goal. Need to see one team move to 2nd and maybe 1st. Are you implying a team located in Indianapolis, Indiana? Where did I hit the Colts last? Hold on. Alright, let's see here. Power rankings. Where were the Colts? Oh, they were 3. Okay. I mean, record-wise, they are now better than Toronto. Top 5 Caps, Cardinals, Colts, Snowhawks, Thunderbirds. I don't know if I put the Snowhawks in there, maybe. But yeah, they only have one loss. Yeah, I guess I'd say that's probably the top 5. And none of those teams made the playoffs last year. Colts lost to us. How can they be the first, Mr. Spreadsheet Guy? Is that who the Colts lost to? That was a really good game to watch. I guess we didn't realize how good both teams would be. The OFL doobie whack. For next year, for all we know, there's going to be some different teams who didn't make the playoffs this year in the top 5. Because the rosters are still pretty balanced for the most part. Maybe not the conferences, but the rosters themselves. Only 2 of them had a positive record. Yeah, the Snowhawks I think were around 500. The Cardinals I think were 9-7, and the other 3 teams were all really bad. Niners moving it. They have it at the 47. There's been not as much offense in this game as the last game. So maybe it was not as much about the change to All-Pro as I thought, but these 2 teams do move slower down the field than others. So that could also be why. 2 carries, -4 yards for Eckler. Go Steamers! Who do they play? Oh, they play the Caps. That's right. Okay, yeah. Imagine if they win that game. That'd be a huge win for Pepperjack.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Adrian Amos on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
3rd and 10. Niners certainly do not want to be blanked in the first half. Who caught that? What a play! Dak is 6 for 6. 24 yards for Denzel Mims. What a play.
First down, 49ers.
Now they're going 5 wide. I mean, Dak hasn't thrown an incompletion, so yeah, keep throwing. That time, I think it's the X-Factor tight end, Vernon Carter. The Kansas Jayhawk, by the way.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cardinals' 9-yard line.
Andre Luck was a better Panther than Steamer. I mean, Andre Luck wasn't good at either, so. Teams make the most insane catches against you and watch. Well, I guess Madden favors some coaches over others. I mean, we saw this, it was very apparent in OFL 20. Niners incomplete. Time for them to kick the field goal. So we'll be tied at 3 with 1.5 minutes left, unless he misses it. Okay, I didn't think that'd be an issue. So Arizona has 1.5 minutes to drive downfield. Wow, 6 people, 666 messages. A lot of 6s. What if it's you versus Octi again in the OFL? But well, it won't because we're both in the AFC. Kobe yeets it and it's a Hail Mary catch, lead, still game-winning touchdown. I mean, that'd be fun if we were in one of those was in the NFC, but that's not the case.
At their own 26-yard line.
Maybe for the AFC Championship, although my team looks like they want nothing to do with the AFC Championship because they kind of suck.
Complete to Alvin Kamara.
For all the new coaches, EA hates you. You're not wrong. EA does hate you. The team is 1-15 and their lone win was versus me. Don't be surprised. Do you guys play the Eagles this year? Because that's a realistic possibility.
Intended for Alvin Kamara. Incomplete.
Texans do play the Diablos. Ooh. That should be interesting. Did Smirnoff just throw a no-look pass? He like jerked his head and then threw it like not where he was facing.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
You think so? You guys play the East? Okay, so you'll have your chance for that to happen. And the Cardinals will not score on this drive. I did not mean to press circle. There we go. Go Colts, Steamers, and Diablos. Indeed, go Diablos! That was a very weird animation. Almost a water punt. He's got a little bit too much leg on it. That's a face mask. That's a big deal because that's an additional 15 yards.
Hey, we're gonna do what we do.
So now the Niners have it up at 44, and they still have their timeouts. The clock stopped there, too, which is equally as big of a deal. Timeout number 1. They are pretty close to field goal range. Who starts with the ball? I think the 49ers do? I could be wrong there. Nice throw, nice catch. Inside the 30. They can go no huddle here. I don't think they absolutely have to call time. And they don't. Short throw for Eck. They got to call time, and they do. So I imagine they're going to kick the field goal. 6-3. Going into halftime. Not a lot of points. Both defenses have been very good. As he does make it at the buzzer. That is Barrett. That would have been funny if there was another doink. Last play of the first half is nothing overly spectacular. Low score, 6-3 in favor of the 49ers. Both quarterbacks are actually playing pretty well, but neither team is just moving the ball down the field at all. San Francisco has -3 rushing yards. Ouch. Yeah, San Francisco does start the ball. That is a big deal. Up by 3, they have a chance to, if their offense can actually get going, and if they know how to run the ball for once.
At their own 27-yard line.
First play is a run for positive yardage and more. Wow, that was actually a good play by Eckler. After he had like -3 rushing yards in the first half, he already is 11.
A gain of 14. And a 49er first down.
So maybe the Niners, if the Niners have figured out how to actually run the ball, they'll be in a good position to win this game.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, back to Eck. And he's back to not do anything. DeMarcus Lawrence is hurt. Okay, this is a big injury. Does he go to the locker room or not? That's the question. He is. So, he's going to be out for at least the rest of the game. Grabbing at his left wrist. Okay, so I'm expecting a lower body injury somewhere along the legs. Maybe a broken toe. Torn knee. That'd be rough.
Prescott's pass. Complete to Van.
Yeah, we'll give them some face masks and doinks with OP catches.
Now 4th down.
Well, the Cardinals got the stop there, but they had to sacrifice. With DeMarcus Lawrence getting injured.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So the Cardinals have it back with 6:15 to go in the third at the 25. No touchdowns yet for either team. So whoever can score one first is going to be in a good spot. Smirnov has 11 completions for 87 yards. That's not Smirnov's game. He can't be throwing all these short passes. I mean, he's been completing them, but that's not what this offense is good at. Look at it. Kamara. I almost called him Eckler for a second. But good run for AK, 41. What's of all the possession catches? I don't know. I mean, for the most part, they're open.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. It's picked off by Levante David. A huge turnover for San Francisco. I think he had a pick last week.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Got some Bluetooth headphones. Poggers. Major pug. Only the 4th pick this year, I think, yeah. That's a big one. Niners have another opportunity to widen this gap.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
But the problem is San Francisco cannot run the ball.
Eckler, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Miles Jack. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
In fairness, the middle linebacker was wide open, totally his target. Cardinals do get a stop. I can't see the Niners doing anything but punting here. So, turnover proves to not be overly costly, despite the good field position.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This game is making you mad. You need to breathe. There's still plenty of time. Kamara's rushing numbers are pretty good. I mean, he hasn't... The offenses aren't playing bad. They're just not doing well as a unit.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Second and 11. They actually throw a pass 10 yards downfield, and it works.
Brings up 3rd down.
Would you look at that? Kamara gets 4. Hey, look, it's Alvin Kamara. I know him.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Feels like EA is actively... I mean, you guys are 6-1. I wouldn't... I know this game hasn't been great for you guys, but... I mean, the Dolphins are 2-5, and without their starting quarterback for the next 6 weeks, when they have one of the better rosters in the league, so...
The pass intended for Darren Waller.
If anything, this season has had EA treating you guys pretty well. I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence getting hurt isn't fun. Terrible watch luck, sacrifice for doing well in the games that are not watched. I'd say that's fair. I mean, aren't you guys 2-0 in watch luck this year? Last year maybe, but this year you've been pretty lucky. Final play the 3rd quarter. No score change in this quarter, believe it or not, unless they score here and they don't. Okay, that would have been funny. And an awkward transition. 6-3, Niners on top with 1 quarter to go. But the Cardinals are actually moving it pretty nicely down the field. Overall, 2-4. Yeah, I guess that is a little bit unlucky. Smirnov has time. He actually throws it down. Oh, he threw it out of bounds. I thought he was throwing it towards the end zone. I thought he was actually trying to yeet it. But he yeeted it for the sidelines. 2nd and 10. Smirnov up the middle for an open Devontae Adams inside the 5. We might actually have a touchdown. It took us over 3 quarters, but we're probably going to see one. Maybe. Only maybe. If Arizona wins today, they'll be the first team to 7 wins. Since the Caps already had a bye week, they're only 6-0. Kamara stopped on 1st down. Nice tackle by 91.
Preston Smith on the tackle. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Kamara breaks the tackle, loses 2. This has to be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd and goal from the 6. If they don't get it, they'll just have to kick the field goal unless they're like a yard short. If I was the Cardinals, I would probably throw it. Would you look at that? They throw it and it works. John Ross with a touchdown. First touchdown of the game. Look at the score, guys. It's 6-9. Nice. All right, we're taking a screenshot for good measure. All right, there we go. Very nice score. Now we need the Cardinals to miss the PAT. Block, 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 block it. They didn't block it. Well, darn. It was fun while it lasted. John Ross better than Julio Jones. I mean, Ross has looked good today, and Julio, in watch games in the past, has been usually really bad. And he didn't do anything in the first game today for the Eagles, so. Dak has played pretty well today. The Niners just aren't finding the end zone, but there's still time. John Ross is a changed man here. I guess so. Yeah, Dak is 13 for 14. He's had a good game. He's just not leading his team to points. Which I guess is what you need to win. I don't know, whatever. I don't know how to explain it. There is Vernon Carter, the X-Factor tight end. I love how this game is Darren Waller versus, like, Darren Waller 2.0.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, San Francisco. Prescott's pass.
Good throw for Corey Davis has played well today. 5 catches, 70 yards. He's been busy. If you were the Niners, you would abandon the run. That's probably a good idea, and it looks like that's exactly what they have been doing, and it's working. Eckler now out of a 20 on the screen. Dak with 169 passing yards. Nice. Every time they throw, it's either 30 yards or a sack. Ooh, it's a fumble, but it's picked up by San Francisco. That was close. 72 was at the right place at the right time. I think that's Taylor Moton. Corner's only 79, but they're playing like 60s. Now, I'm not going to disagree. 2nd and 2, trying to change it up and running it, and it just does not work. I totally would pull up a run blocking slider, but it's at 100. So, that's not going to happen. 3rd and 3. For the Cardinals. Or for the Niners, sorry. Dak to the 7. He is 17 of 18 right now. Look, right when the Cardinals score a touchdown, the Niners are like, shoot, this is the time where we have to score a touchdown. And they actually look like they're going to do it. Dak throws it away, just his 2nd incompletion of the game. Move and run block, and so I would move it up to 500 if it was up to me. Eckler was streaming on Twitch, couldn't stop laughing at how bald he is. He's like 25 or 26, but he has no hair. That missed field goal is looking a little bit costly now. 3rd and goal. If they don't get it, they kind of have to go for it. So they have 2 shots for the end zone, and they get it in 1. Corey Davis with the touchdown, and San Francisco is up with exactly 3 minutes left to play.
The kicker on for the point after. His kick is good. Makes the score Niners.
It's 420. 420 blaze it.
Cardinals 10.
Would you look at that? Cardinals have 2:56. They did just score a touchdown on their last drive. Let's see what they could do here. There can only be one one-loss team after this game. I guess for your guys' sake, yeah.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Smirnoff has to rally the troops. It's 2:20. Cool beans.
The pass.
Well, offense, we need points. As they've already wasted a minute off the clock, and they've done just about nothing.
At the 39-yard line.
As it is a 2nd and 5. Both teams do have all 3 of their timeouts, which is a pretty big deal. Smirnoff, he's gonna... Oh, I thought that was actually a yeet. I mean, it was a successful pass, but I thought he was going downfield. Smirnoff again, deep throw. How did he catch that? That was perfect coverage. But I guess a right on the money throw from our Russian comrade, Alexei Smirnoff. Down to about a minute now. This clock is ticking fast. Cardinals have not used a timeout yet. They should probably use one here, and they're not. So does Arizona just not want to use their timeouts? Is that what it is? Smirnoff, incomplete. Are we really about to get 2 overtime games? That's what it looks like. I mean, unless Arizona can score a touchdown or the Niners turn it over. But overtime's only 5.5 minutes. They are pretty quick. Touchdown is very realistic for the Cardinals. They have all of their... Well, now they have 2. From the 9. How's John Ross, who has been excellent today? Pick 6. That'd be funny. Smirnoff on 1st and goal. Time is not an issue for the Cardinals. They just have to punch it in. It's intercepted at the goal line by Justin Coleman. And the game is over. San Francisco will win it. Wow. What an ending. Holy cow. He should not have forced that pass. Double coverage. Time is not an issue. You don't need to force throws. Try to get it to Darren Waller. But the Niners have it at a 1, so they can't kneel it yet. They cannot kneel it. Damn, I might come back to this. Looks like you're coming back to a win unless there's a safety. Yeah, that should do it. Niners can now just kneel it in peace. No, they're going to run it again. 87 awareness. I mean, he's bound to make some mistakes. Okay, that will officially do it. The Niners are now officially not in safety range. Cardinals are out of timeouts. Why are they not kneeling it? I mean, we'll watch the play. What if it's a fumble? It's not. Okay, the Niners win. San Francisco wins a tough fight, 13-10. Only 2 touchdowns in the entire game, both of which were in the 4th quarter. I don't know why I did that. Both were in the 4th quarter. Million Husker safety is a realistic possibility. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Every possible break went the 49. I wouldn't say every break. I mean, you guys are only 6-2. It's not like you guys have gotten that screwed over. Bound to lose some games, especially in a stacked division. Worst game of the season for Smirnoff? I would probably agree with that. I will say Smirnoff was really good in the 4th quarter, other than the interception at the end. But there's still a very good shot. He is the favorite for MVP, which we'll be able to check after this week. Ooh, I forgot about the other interception. Yeah, by Levante David, that's right. Dak was quite good. Only 2 different players ran the ball. Huh. Corey Davis and John Ross were both really good. Not a ton of sacks, But we did have a few turnovers. Justin Coleman with the game-winning interception. Levante David also with one. And now it is time to simulate. Do upgrades, I dare you. Well, I'm not going to show them now. I've already said that. Cut the kicker. Yeah, the Cardinals lost by 3. So, if he had made that kick, would things have been different? Probably. Wow, Corey Davis is 5. Niners are 5-2. Cardinals are 6-2. Snowhawks are 5-1. I believe. We're now officially halfway through the season. Snowhawks lost, so the Cardinals are still in first place. D-Rose has been traded. Yes, he has. To Nickland. Poor guy. I feel for him. I hope he does well, but I do feel a little bit bad. Although I do think we got a good return. Jacksonville loses to Dallas. The Cowboys with their second win of the year. Why are the Jags so bad? I mean, I know they're 3-4, but Joe Burrow has regressed massively. 47%. Melvin Gordon, 20 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown. What an odd stat line. Low Jags. Wasn't D-Rose? Yeah, Derrick Rose was a Nick after the Bulls originally. The Jets lose again. Bills, winners of 4 in a row. They take first in the East. Matt Ryan with 4 touchdowns. Stafford with 5. Matt Ryan actually did not throw multiple interceptions. That's new. Flash Goodwin with 2 touchdowns. O.J. Howard with 3. Big stream for O.J. Howard. 2 touchdowns for A.J. Brown. 1 for Bobby Wilson. What about the other ones? Did I miss some? Matt Ryan threw for 4. Mohamed Sanu had 1. Okay. Blocking, McGlinchey allowed a couple sacks. It wasn't 2011, 2012 when Derrick Rose was on the Knicks. That's when he won MVP. Or that's around when he won MVP. Lions in a bye week. Packers beat the Panthers. Carolina's win streak is over. Green Bay's now won 2 in a row. Looks like the Packers are back to not being terrible. You hate to see it. Touchdowns for T.Y. Hilton, Mike Gesicki, Alshon wow, didn't Jeffrey and T.Y. both have 2 touchdowns last game? Seems like Aaron Rodgers is building chemistry with his guys. Two picks for Stephon Gilmore. Nice. What's the OFL team with the most wins of all time? Probably... I mean, if we're talking about every OFL, probably the Patriots or the Niners. It would have to be one of those two. Panthers lost. Pats beat the... Oh, no, that was week 7. They had a bye week. Raiders had a bye week. Rams upset the Snowhawks 35-21. Rams are now 4-4. They're not too bad. Oh, just in OFL 21? Probably Carolina. No, probably the Cougars, actually, because they were the 1 seed and they were good this year. So probably the Cougars. Both quarterbacks were okay. Well, I guess Herbert was pretty good. Miles Sanders was solid. Touchdowns for Lockett, Bourne, Chenault, T. Higgins, Damon Bass, and Rojo. 3 sacks allowed by Ben Barch. Big game for Quinnen Williams. 9 tackles, 3 for a loss, and 2 sacks. Interceptions for Carlton Davis, Isaiah Oliver, and Cole Holcomb. Ravens lose to the Chargers. Baltimore 2-6. They look like they'll be getting another high draft pick. Gardner Minshew was good. Drew Lock was okay. Arnold! 61 yards and 2 touchdowns for the fullback. Demir Bird with 2 scores. Dre Kendrick had a great game. Kittle scores. Arnold with a receiving touch. Arnold might win Player of the Week. Arnold's out here carrying the Ravens. Saints lose again to the Cougars, 27-24. Chicago back on the win column. He probably stubbed his toe. Wow, Jimmy G, 3 touchdowns. Daniel Jones was better. Missed out on that 3rd-round pick. Yeah, the Ravens are lucky they still have that, I think. 2 scores for Darius Slayton. I'm now just realizing Darius Slayton and Darius Slay were both on this team for the first 2 years of OFL 21. That's kind of funny. Bucks beat the Sentinels pretty easily, 38-20. Tampa Bay back on the winning ways. They go 2-0 today. Jordan Love, after throwing 4 touchdowns last week, throws for 5. Jordan Love is so inconsistent, but like at times he is so good. Tua Tagovailoa was not very good. 2 touchdowns for Leonard Fournette. Terry McLaurin scores twice. Snowhawks, we know they lost. The Steamers lose to the Caps, 24-21. Columbus is now 7-0. What are the rushing stats? So apparently the Steamers' rushing offense is absolutely garbage, and their rushing defense is like ridiculously good. Carson Wentz again was solid. Josh Rosen had another good game. Malcolm Tremblay, 23 carries, 49 yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 16 carries for 30 yards. Good God, these guys suck. Brandon Cook scores. Jalen Reagor with another good game. 2 sacks allowed by Mekhi Becton. Got it done, but not pretty indeed. But a win's a win. Steelers lose again to the Bengals. You can't be losing to Cincinnati, Walter. 35-14. Hasn't been good as the #1 running back. No, he hasn't. He might just be better as a change of pace guy. Lamar was actually not terrible, believe it or not. That's rare for him in the LFL. Patrick Laird was the leading rusher. Where's Mostert? Is he hurt? Yeah, he has to be hurt. Okay. DJ Chark was good. Malachi Arnold actually wasn't too bad. Fullback Appreciation Week. The Texans lose. Yes, we actually scored 42 points. I don't believe it. What did Chip do? 4 touchdowns for Phil Chippendale. 6 sacks for the defense, although Cover was actually pretty good. Josh Jacobs back to his usual stuff. We needed this win. 2 touchdowns for Hawkinson. Who got all the sacks? Was it Garrett and Barrett? The dynamic duo? 3 for Garrett, 1 for Barrett, 1 for Jonathan Allen, and 1 for Josh Uche. Nice stuff. And Okuda with the pick. That's a good win. Thunderbirds beat the Dolphins. A little bit too close for comfort, but they still win. 17-14. Patrick Mahomes was not great, but they shut down Case Keenum. Wow, what a tall task. Mark Ingram has been really good this year. Did Chris Carson get hurt? There's no reason why he only had 6 touches. Nick Chisholm was better. Jameson Crowder scores. He said, holy hell, a win! Doesn't look like the offensive line was too good, though. 2 sacks for Harold Landry, 1 for Bosa, half a sack for Blacklock and Terrell. And interceptions for Darius Slay and John Johnson. 49 points for Indianapolis. Wow, that's a lot of scoring. That's a lot. 6 touchdowns for Goff. Holy cow. Can he do this in real life, please? What a game for Jared Goff. I thought this was going to be a trap game. Holy cow. Indy's legit. 7-1. They are good. Chris Godwin, 5 catches, 51 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Holy cow. So I think we know who's going to win AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Goff has to be getting MVP votes. He's been awesome this year. Wow. Which channel is the spreadsheet in? Hold on, I'll probably put it... I think there's, like, it's pretty high up in announcements, so I'll probably just put it back there. Hold on. Let me try to find it somewhere. Before we get to the next game. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Alright, I'll put it in the OFL General. Oh, I'll put it in important links, actually. That's a good idea. There we go. Alright, Bengals, we know they won. Bills won. Bucks won. Bulldogs had a bye week. Caps won. Cardinals lost. Chargers won. Chiefs had a bye. Colts won. Cougars won. Dallas won. We won. Fins lost. Eagles had a bye week. Niners won. That's everybody. Okay. So, standings. AFC North, Cougars widened their lead. They should win this division without much of a challenge. Colts are now up pretty big on the Texans. Indy should win this division. Bills are now in first place of the East. They've won 4 in a row. In the West, Chiefs and Raiders 4-3. Chargers 4-4. We are 3-4. So a very close division. Toronto 6-2. They still lead the North. Bucks and Panthers 4-3. Caps widened their lead in the East. They are now 7-0. First week this season, the Eagles didn't lose because they had off. Is awards this week? Yes, awards are this week. Cardinals still lead the West despite losing. As now we really are starting to get a gauge of who's good and who's not good. The NFC is actually... Oh, yeah, the NFC is loaded. Why did I think it wasn't for a second? But the AFC isn't that bad. I mean, standings... Yeah, I guess they only have 2 teams above 4-3. Yeah, so I guess the NFC is miles better. Weekly awards, unsurprisingly, Jared Goff along with Jordan Love, Stephon Gilmore, and Myles Garrett. No surprises there. MVP favorite is indeed Alexei Smirnov, followed by Matt Ryan, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, Jared. He's only in 6th. That's kind of disrespectful. Jimmy Garoppolo, Gardner Minshew, Matthew Stafford, and Justin Herbert. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Jared Goff. We have a few rookies. Mookie's in 5th. Wow, Eddie Small in 6th. No Chippendale, though. Mookie is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Colbert's ahead of Chippendale. I am disgusted. And Colbert missed the first, 2.5 games. I am disgusted. That's gross. No, there's no way. I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, Colbert's been better than Chippendale. I mean, that's not a lie. But that shouldn't be the case. Garrett and Barrett, 1 and 2, the dynamic duo. That's something you love to see. Yeah, no major surprises, I would say, in the AFC. NFC, Smirnov, Offensive Player of the Year. Who's going to win Rookie of the Year? Because all the quarterbacks are in the AFC. Jordan Hicks for Depoy. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Aaron Nash at the moment, for wide receiver. Defensive Rookie of the Year, unsurprisingly, is Reggie Peters. Is he in the Defensive Player of the Year running? He is not. Probably should. Wait, where was Snow? Hold on. How is Alex Snow in 5th? Huh? That doesn't make sense. Alex Snow should not be in 5th. He's been incredible. Wally robbed. Aaron Nash was top 10 for NFC wide receivers. Nice. Looks like the Lions got themselves a really good player. Alright, there we go. Those are the awards at the moment. Let's check the weeks 9 and 10 schedule. Probably going to stream that Wednesday or Thursday. I don't really know yet. But probably sometime in the middle of the week. Bucks Steelers isn't bad. We haven't seen Pittsburgh yet. I know they're kind of bad, but I kind of want to watch them. Bills Colts could be interesting. Saints Steamers. Tank Bowl. Cowboys and Eagles. Tank Bowl. Chiefs Raiders. That'll determine first place in the division. Panthers Snowhawks. Niners Diablo. Oh, Caps. I forgot the Caps and Thunderbirds. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need a poll for this week. Week 10. Diablo's Dolphins would be fun, but for obvious reasons. Have we watched? I don't think we watched the Diablos this year. That's sad. Cardinals play the Niners again. Do us a favor and win. Well, we're not going to win, so sorry about that. All right, we're going to save it again. That will end today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, have fun watching the big game. Hopefully, Brady does not win another ring, or else I'm going to cry. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.